Airbus and Boeing have already sold more than 16,000 aircraft. They still haven't built, and at current production rates. Some airlines may still be waiting for those aircraft well into the late 2030s. That shouldn't be possible. The two largest aircraft manufacturers in the world have customers. They have orders, they have money, they have factories. Yet they still cannot build aircraft fast enough. The global backlog has reached 16,683 aircraft. That's roughly 12 years of production already sold, not planned, not projected, sold. 12 years. Already sold, not yet delivered. So here's the question. If Airbus and Boeing dominate aviation, why can't they build more airplanes? And if they can't, who actually controls aircraft production? Because the biggest problem in aviation is no longer finding customers. The biggest problem is something far more dangerous: growth itself. Most people think aircraft production starts and ends with Airbus and Boeing. That assumption feels obvious, and it's wrong. Because selling aircraft and building aircraft are completely different problems. An airline can sign an order today, but creating the industrial capacity required to deliver that aircraft can take years. And that's where the first mystery appears. Demand is exploding, order books are full. Manufacturers want to increase output. So why isn't production accelerating? The answer isn't demand. It isn't customers. It isn't financing. The answer sits somewhere deeper. Inside factories, inside production lines, inside parts of the industrial system most passengers never see. And here's where the story becomes strange. The companies assembling aircraft are not necessarily the companies controlling growth. That distinction changes everything, because once an industry depends on something that cannot easily be replaced, power begins to move, and most people never notice it happening. Airbus and Boeing should be unstoppable. Together they have already sold more than 16,000 aircraft. At current production rates, that represents roughly 12 years of work already sitting in the backlog. The demand exists. The customers exist. The financing exists. The assembly lines exist. Yet airlines are still waiting years for new aircraft. Why? Because selling aircraft scales instantly. Factories don't. Every new aircraft depends on structures, engines, landing gear, avionics, electronics, and thousands of certified components. Each one must arrive at exactly the right moment. Miss one critical component and the aircraft stays on the ground. The more Airbus and Boeing tried to increase production, the more pressure moved downstream, into factories, into machines, into tooling, into industrial capacity. The bottleneck was no longer demand. The bottleneck became the system required to satisfy it. And that's the strange part. The companies selling the aircraft are not necessarily the companies controlling how many get built. Most people assume the solution is simple. Replace the supplier, find another factory. Move production somewhere else. But aerospace does not work like that. A critical supplier is not a contractor. It is part of the aircraft itself. Its factories may have spent years obtaining certifications. Its tooling may be unique. Its workforce may require years of training. Its production systems may already be integrated into aircraft programs worth hundreds of billions of dollars. This creates a brutal asymmetry. Airbus can announce 100 aircraft orders in a day. Building the industrial capacity required to support them can take years. One delayed fuselage section, one delayed engine, one constrained supplier, and suddenly an aircraft worth more than $100 million cannot leave the factory. That is the real constraint. Not demand, not customers, not sales. Replacement, because the problem is not finding another supplier. The problem is creating another supplier. This is where dependence becomes power. The supplier does not need to own Airbus. The supplier does not need to own Boeing. The supplier only needs to control something neither company can replace. That is enough. The visible giants still dominate the headlines, but the hidden bottlenecks influence the pace of the entire system. Aircraft deliveries, airline growth plans, fleet replacement programs, future revenue. Everything depends on capacity. As pressure increases, leverage increases. As leverage increases, dependence increases. And as dependence increases, control begins to shift. Not toward the biggest brand, not toward the most famous company, toward the hardest company to replace. And in aviation, the company that controls the bottleneck often has more influence than the company that controls the brand. Power does not emerge from size alone. Power emerges from controlling what nobody else can easily replace. For decades, the aviation industry appeared simple. Airbus built aircraft, Boeing built aircraft. Airlines bought aircraft. But the real power structure was hidden underneath. The real bottleneck was never demand. Demand has existed for years. The real bottleneck was replacement. Airbus doesn't control aircraft production. Boeing doesn't control aircraft production. They control final assembly. Those are not the same thing. The real leverage sits underneath them, inside the factories, processes, and industrial capacity that cannot be recreated quickly. A company does not become powerful because people recognize its logo. A company becomes powerful when nobody can replace what it does. And once replacement becomes difficult, dependence appears. Dependence creates leverage. Leverage creates control. That is who controls aircraft production, not necessarily the companies building the aircraft. The companies controlling the bottlenecks the manufacturers cannot easily replace. The aviation industry appears to be controlled by Airbus and Boeing. And in many ways, they own the brands. They sell the aircraft, they dominate the headlines. But growth is controlled somewhere deeper, inside factories, inside industrial capacity, inside bottlenecks that cannot be replaced quickly. The numbers tell the story. 16,683 aircraft. 12 years of production, already sold. Not because demand is missing, because replacement is. Demand creates dependence. Dependence creates leverage. Leverage creates control. And this is the industry code.